Hello, Jolie. Let's get married.
What are you talking about? What's the deal with the sudden proposal? And over text?
It's only that I understand you're going through a difficult time because your parents have recently died away. I also know you don't have any other family to lean on. This cannot be ignored. That is why, if I marry you, I will be able to assist you both emotionally and financially. Don't you wish you had someone by your side to guide you through this? As a result, we should marry as soon as feasible. We can finish all of the paperwork tonight and marry before the end of the week. My parents already like you and will let us live with them until we have enough money to buy a place of our own. Everything works out in the end.
This is very unexpected. I'm not sure.
You will be with my family and me. You won't be alone.
Thank you very much. I'm overjoyed that you care about me enough to want to assist me.
Then let's marry.
But maybe if we could simply wait a year before getting married, I'd be more at ease. It's just too sudden at the moment. I'm still grappling with the reality that my parents died in the accident, and I'm not in the mood to organize a wedding.
I understand. That makes perfect sense.
I sincerely apologize. I really don't want to be sad throughout our wedding. So much is going on.
It's all right. I understand why you'd want to wait. But do let me know if your thinking changes. Who knows, maybe you'll be up for it in a week or so. My affections for you will never alter, and I am ready to be your husband right now. My family will be delighted to see you, and you are welcome to stay with us so that you are not alone in that large mansion. Alternatively, I could come and stay with you. You must be feeling really lonely. Isn't it true that having me around would make you feel better?
I'm flattered that you think that way about me, but I need some alone time right now. I haven't been able to sleep since I've been thinking about my parents who were killed in the accident. I'd prefer to get some rest right now. I sincerely apologize.
That's perfectly okay. When you're ready, I'll call. I genuinely care about you, Jolie.
Thank you so much for your warm words. I'll contact you once I'm feeling better. Hey. Do you have some free time? I need your help with something.
Hello, Jolie. Yes, I do have time. What's going on? Are you feeling well? I understand you are going through a difficult time right now.
Not really. It's been quite challenging.
I'm not sure I'd be okay either. I don't know what I'd do if my parents died. You're probably lonely as well. If you require anything, I can come over. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to contact me.
Thank you so much, Kate. You're a wonderful companion.
Thanks. In any case, what do you require assistance with?
It's actually about Egan. He unexpectedly proposed to me via text message.
What the heck is going on? By text? In addition, the timing is terrible. What was he thinking? You've barely been dating for 4 months and don't even live together. This is quite strange.
I know. That is why I wanted to discuss it with you. The timing is strange, and who would want to marry and arrange a wedding after their parents were killed in a car accident?
Why would he do that, you could ask? If I were in the relationship, I would consider that a red indicator. I'd wait and watch his actions. This doesn't sit well with me. I'm not certain.
Yes, I understand.
So, how do you feel about it all?
I completely concur with you. I'm also disappointed in how he proposed. Even if the timing wasn't too bad, who proposes by text message? Right now, I'm really annoyed with him. I've previously informed him that I need time to ponder and that I'd like to wait a year before getting married.
Okay, that sounds reasonable. Giving it a year to see how things go with him would be a good idea. If I had a guy who proposed to me at this moment, I would be furious.
right? I sometimes don't understand how males think. I'm pleased I discussed it with you. I'm relieved to hear that I'm not the only one who thinks Egan is odd. The entire scene was odd. I guess I'll have to wait and see how things go in the coming year. Thank you for speaking with me. It was wonderful to be distracted from things.
Yes, of course. Please keep me updated on how things progress. I'll be available if you need anything.
How are you doing, Jolie? Did you complete the marriage paperwork I sent you? Everything will be official after we submit it.
Yes, I signed everything and it's ready to go.
That's great. I'm overjoyed that this is finally happening.
Yes, I agree.
Oh, and I think it would be best if we shared your parents' house. We can make all the preparations as we go.
Okay, that sounds reasonable.
I'm short on cash right now, so I figured it would be better if I just stayed at your apartment. Furthermore, you have a large sum of money, so we should be fine for a long time.
I see. That makes perfect sense. Good day, Kate. Things are getting worse with Egan. Everything is becoming abundantly evident.
I was right on the mark, wasn't I?
Yes, really.
That guy is just extraordinary. He irritates me to no end. He obviously wants to marry you just for the money you inherited from your parents' debts. He's completely insane. He seems to love and care for you on the outside, but on the inside, he only wants money and security. I'm telling you, he's the worst for taking advantage of you in this way. Don't go through with the marriage. I truly despise him.
Believe me, I've been there. I, too, am sick of him. He can't get enough of talking about marriage and how much money we'll have. Is he thinking I'm a moron?
He's most likely behaving up because he's overjoyed with the money. You did receive a large sum of money from the bequest, but he is unconcerned about your feelings.
This past year, talking to you has literally saved my life. You were always giving me sound advice and knew exactly what to say. I was able to see through his ruse thanks to you. I assured him I did, but I never completed or submitted any marriage documents.
Thanks. And that's a good thing. So, where are you now?
I was out with several pals, but I'm now back at home.
That's fantastic news. I'm delighted you've been going out. I was scared since you were fixated on Egan for a while.
I'm not sure whether I informed you, but I've been staying with ISA. I had to get out of there.
Really? I'm pleased it helps you feel better. You've been through a lot in the last year. Egan is the only thing you have to deal with right now. You'd call it quits with him before things got too bad.
Sure, I will.
You should also ensure that he does not have any sensitive information about you and should block him once you have broken up with him. I feel like he is the type of guy who doesn't handle rejection well. He is also financially motivated and has been waiting a year for this marriage. Please be cautious.
Don't worry, I've got a plan. I'll stay in touch.
Seriously, Jolie? How many days have passed? Shouldn't we have received a call or an email concerning our wedding plans by now? I'm also ready to move in with you. I'm running out of tolerance with you. Haven't I waited long enough? I waited a year for you.
Sorry about that. I have no control over who calls me. I'm sure they're just busy and will contact us shortly. Let us look on the bright side. You had more time to pack everything, so I'm confident you won't forget anything. It's simply that a lot of unanticipated events have occurred recently, and I've been really busy.
How can you be so busy? I'm sure you're just slow. That's what I'm going to call it. I'm constantly waiting for you.
I sincerely apologize. I'll speed things up. Maybe I'm just bad at cleaning and arranging. I wanted everything to be flawless for when you moved in. I was just having some difficulties. I also hired a maid to assist me with the cleaning.
Did it truly take 2 weeks?
It's a large house. I have 6 bedrooms, 2 stories, 4 bathrooms, a 3-car garage, and I am the only one in the house. The structure is essentially a mansion. The maid is essentially required. There was a lot for me to accomplish, and searching through my parents' belongings brought up memories that made me sad. It took some time for me to clean up the house because it was gloomy for me.
Oh, yes. Aren't you grateful to your parents for leaving you such a wonderful house and money? Stop being so pessimistic and focusing on yourself.
What?
You have all the money you could possibly want because they died. Wasn't your father an entrepreneur?
He was, indeed.
He gave you what every woman desires: a large sum of money and a mansion. You have no need to be sad when they have left you with such wonderful gifts. It is unpardonable.
You're absolutely correct. I was able to spend my time in such a lovely home. I also purchased pricey items such as a new vacuum cleaner, a laptop, and a work desk. I can get whatever I want these days. Perhaps I'll get a new car next. I'm still getting paid for my employment in addition to the money they left me. It appears that I shall never run out of funds. I'm prepared for life.
Yes, because you have so much money and spend it recklessly, I'll be in charge of everything. I'm in control of you now that we're officially married and living together.
That does not appear to be fair.
What precisely do you mean? Isn't it natural? Don't worry, I'll provide you with a monthly stipend. You'll still be able to have fun, but with moderation.
That is, however, the money my parents left me as well as the money I earn from my employment.
So what? Is this going to be an issue?
I'm sorry. I see what you're saying. Oh. Kate appears to be messaging me. It appears to be an emergency. I'll contact you again shortly.
Wait. We were having a talk.
I'm sorry, but I have to leave. When I'm finished, I'll send you a message.
Really? What does Kate matter? I never liked you hanging out with her. Do you believe I'm unaware of what's going on? You've been putting it off ever since we got serious about marriage and moving in together. Please don't make me wait any longer.
Kate. The realtor arrived today, and I finally got to see my parents' house. I'm finally moving across the state.
That's fantastic. Congratulations. Did Egan have any suspicions?
No, he sensed something, but I don't think he understands what's going on. Everything appears to be in order. He probably believes I'm dragging out the marriage process to keep him waiting. I can't believe I sold the house in 2 weeks. It's so difficult to keep everything in and play along with Egan.
That is just ridiculous. You're going to feel fantastic when you get out of that place and finally get rid of Egan. He's such an annoyance.
I know. I'm leaving tomorrow.
Are you staying with ISA again tonight?
Yep. Everything is packed and ready to travel.
I'm overjoyed for you. I wish you a safe journey. I'm going to miss you, but I'll see you soon. Please let me know if you require any assistance tomorrow.
I will. I'm going to miss you as well. Thank you very much.
What the hell is going on? Is this some kind of idiot prank? Jolie, you had better respond quickly away. What exactly does this mean? Please explain.
What does it mean?
This morning, I drove over to your place and it was completely vacant. I couldn't get in since the door was locked. Not only that, but I noticed a sold sign in the front yard.
Oh, I neglected to mention that I sold the house.
What in the world are you doing? This can't be a joke. I'm not in the mood for gaming right now. Where have you gone?
Living alone in such a large house made me feel lonely and melancholy. After my parents died, I didn't like living there. There are simply too many memories to let go of in order to go forward. I decided to sell the house and go to a new location far away from you.
You're leaving? Are you mad?
I left this morning.
What exactly are you talking about? What about our collective plans to move in together? We've been married for a while and are meant to be living together by now.
I had a change of heart. I do not wish to marry you. I also do not want you near my money. That's what my folks left for me. Monthly allowance? What a farce.
You have no knowledge. We've already gotten married. You're such a moron. You legally declared that we are married by submitting the marriage paperwork. You complied with my request, thus it is already said and done. You can't escape me. I've waited far too long for this.
You've recently shown your actual nature to me. The way you've treated me over the last year tells me all I need to know about you.
Hey, be cautious what you say to me. We're already married, and your money is in my possession. So please grant me access to your bank account. From now on, I'll be in control of it. This includes your earnings from job.
That's correct. We're not married.
Oh my goodness, how could that be? You've already turned in the paperwork. It is already too late.
However, I did not.
What?
Yes, I deceived you. I never submitted or completed them in the first place. It ended up in the garbage.
You know what I mean? But why is that? Didn't you care about me?
No, I didn't. And what exactly do you mean by why? Your personality and behavior literally offend me.
Keep your mouth shut.
Did you honestly believe I'd hand up all the money my parents left me to someone like you?
You were supposed to like me. I spent an entire year with you.
I did love you at first, but my friend was able to wake me awake. Then I wondered why I was even dating garbage like you. From the outset, it was all about my money and house. I decided to play along in order to exact my vengeance.
Wait a minute. You knew all along?
Almost completely. For almost 2 months, I liked you. My sentiments for you dissipated swiftly after I discovered what you were up to. I, like my father, know how to make sound financial judgments. You would have enraged my parents. They'd never have allowed me to date you in the first place.
Why would they dislike me?
I'm sure anyone could easily dislike you. You're an egotistical jerk. Now I've got a pile of cash all to myself, and none of it is for you.
You can't talk to me like this. Who do you think you are?
I can communicate with you in whatever way I desire. My mother also taught me that family and connections are more important than money. She also taught me how to identify toxic people in my life and how to advocate for myself. As a result, I got rid of you. I'm smart and capable of living on my own because of them. I don't need you to tell me what to do or manage my money.
You've got to be kidding me. You planned it all along? You squandered a year of my life. It's incredible. What do I have to show for a year? Nothing.
You made use of me as well. Allow me to teach you anything. If you really wanted to be clever and manipulate me, you shouldn't have said you wanted to marry after my parents died and then treated me like crap for a year. What kind of moron are you? You can't even beat yourself.
It's called help. I was there for you at your moment of need.
You creep, I'd rather drown than have that kind of support. Instead of pursuing people for their money, perhaps you might begin to be a better person. Just consider your current situation. You don't even own a home and are still dependent on your parents. Isn't it a little late for you to be doing that? Instead of pursuing women for money, get a job and live a normal life.
You have no right to say such a thing to me.
In any case, you'll never be my husband, you'll just be a waste of my time. I can't believe I put up with you for so long, but it was totally worth it. You will never be in my life.
Could you please transfer me a little portion of the funds? I've been waiting for this for a long time.
What is the point?
You must have made a fortune after selling the house. Can you spare some for me? A few $1,000s should hardly make a dent on your bank account.
But why is that?
Because you have a lot of money.
I'm not sure what response you're expecting from me.
No, I only want a smidgen of that.
Goodbye.
Egan was unable to contact Jolie or discover where she had relocated. He ended up gambling all of his remaining money and pestering his parents for more money until they too became wise and stopped providing him money. They decided to force him out, and he temporarily moved in with his brother. After nearly 2 months of putting up with Egan, his brother also kicked him out. Egan became destitute and began begging on the streets for money. He spent any money he had on gaming or drink. Meanwhile, Jolie relocated to Washington and purchased a lovely townhouse. She is content with her new routine and has enough of money left over. She misses her parents on sometimes, but she embraces the life they provided her and intends to live.
Hey Robert, can we have talk? It's a very important thing that your mom bothers me every single day by texting and calling me. I am not trying to complain or anything, but I just want to notice you about her. Are you there?
Hi, what's wrong? It's my lunchtime, so I just can give you a little time. Don't beat around the bush.
Yes, your mom keeps asking me when we're going to have children. Not always in the nicest way possible. I guess that you knew your mom clearly. That's the point.
So, what? Just tell her what she wanted to know. I think it's not a big problem that you have to told me and waste my valuable time. I just have only 1 hour for lunch and you're wasted.
But you know how persistent she's being. She wasn't like this before, was she? It seems like she's in a race against the clock or something.
My mom is fine as far as I know, but I don't know why you're acting so surprised like this is the first time you saw her like that. And all she asked is normal cause you know, it's 5 years since we gotten married and we still don't have any baby. She's just worried for us. She just wants to meet her grandkids.
But your mom told me to go to some strange hospital with no certificate of inspection. She told me to drink something and said after I drunk it, we will have baby. I knew why she did that and I have done what she said.
So why you keep wasting my time like this? Do what mom told you if you want to see our son soon.
You know, children don't actually come by stork, right? They don't just drop out of the sky. But she asks me like every week about how it's going. You know, for some people, even asking about that could be considered rude. I feel like I'm being taken hostage or something. I can't even rela in my day-to-day life because I'm worried about when your mom is going to call and chastise me again.
My mom just wants to see her grandchild before she kicks the budget. And here you are, demonizing the poor woman all just because you can't pregnant. That's really low.
No, I'm not saying that. You need to listen carefully before you claim anything. I just want her to know this isn't some overnight thing. It's take planning and consideration.
No, from the way you saying this, you are definitely blaming to mom. I know she can a little bit overbearing, but of course you're the reason she's badgering you so much. This whole problem stems from the act that you are having a hard time getting pregnant.
Is that what you think? I have to say, it doesn't really make me feel any better.
I'm not trying to blame you anything, I'm just trying to analyze the situation. Why don't you try going to a clinic or something? That's it! Or at least you can show mom that you're serious about it. That'll get her off your back.
I feel like you haven't considered that possibility that the problem might be on your side. Making a baby need the effort from two of us, not only me.
Let me think. No! How can I be the problem? Just think about it for a sec, lol. The one who can get pregnant carries the child, and the ultimately births the child is women. Where in that equation do you see me? Hate to break it to ya, but it's all your job.
Haha, I think you forgot 7th grade health class. It's not like woman can get pregnant on her own. It takes two to tango. I'd like you to go to the hospital with me. Then we can both get tested and put this behind us. You know that you have drunk every single day after work for 5 years. So I am sure that your health have problem.
Why I have to go there with you? I'm actually busy with work and stuff. You know, the thing that keeps us alive. You're the housewife, so you have too much time, so just go by yourself.
Of course I can do that, but that's not what I'm talking about here. I have to go to the hospital for many times, but they can't find any problem on my side. If that's the case, we can just go together, get it over with, and put it behind us.
Why are you so insistent that I get checked? It'd just be a waste of time and money for me to go. Seeing gal you just sit at home all day, I don't think you value time and money the way breadwinner like me does.
Oh, you even don't care about what I do during the time you go to work. We can have a nice life together alone. I don't mind if it's just the two of us.
What are you talking about? You know how dead set that one man is on meeting her grandkid. Now you said we should just give up, stop trying.
No, don't get me wrong. I didn't say we have to give up or stop trying or whatever. All I said is the worst case come to pass that I'm here for you and I want you to be there for me. Even then, if we really want a child, there are other methods, too. We can adopt, or have implantation or whatever it is.
But it's not our child. There is no point. I am going to be stuck raising someone else's brat.
I just want to tell you, if we can't have a child, then it's not the end of the world.
So you need to go to the hospital and stop wasting my time, please.
Why you are just put everything on me? Do you love me, Robert?
Stop asking nonsense question. I need to go to work now. See you soon. Go to the hospital and notice me the results when you got it. The next day.
Hey Robert, I just got the results and no, not a single problem. Everything is in tip-top shape. The doctor said I am completely healthy and I have no problem with pregnancy.
Great! That's good to hear. I guess that means that our timing hasn't matched or something.
Well, I'm sure that can't be an issue because we have been at it for 5 years. After all this time, is likely that something is working as it should. It's time for you to get your test.
What? Why do I have to get tested? There's nothing wrong with me. Are you sure the doctor wasn't just some quack? At any rate, going to the clinic and everything is a huge pain. Let's just forget about it.
No, Robert, the whole reason we're doing this is because of your mother. You said that you'd go when you got the time.
Yes, but now I don't have any free time. I work like a DOD to keep food on the table and a roof over your heads. If you want to be homeless, I'll go test this.
Don't make a reason. You were serious about going, you could and arrange time for it. At least you should spend time for me.
Oh, here we go, just get mad and start blaming everyone else, like always. Maybe this why we son have a kid yet. You pester me so much, how could I even get in the mood? And for your information, getting enough sleep is essential for good health and hanging out with my friends is important for my mental health. I have a cup of beer or wine just to relax and it doesn't cause any disease.
I know going out with friend is a good thing and I agree with you, but using nicotine is harmful for your health. Do you actually know what effects it can cause to your health? And maybe it can lead to infertility.
Now you tell me not to meet my friend? That's possible.
You don't have to cancel on your friends or anything, just make an appointment and go to the doctor first.
It's such a pain though. I have to suffer at the office every day. I won't go to the doctor. There's nothing to say here. Don't waste my time anymore.
Fine. Don't. I don't care. I am doing all this for you and your mother. I don't need a kid if that's how you're going to act. And you even don't love me. I can see it clearly.
Now you say you don't want to have a kid?
Yes, just because of your attitude. I married you because I wanted to spend the rest of my life with you, even we have a kid or not. I'm fine just being with you. That's what I decided when I took my vows.
Haha, if that's how you feel, I guess there's no helping it, lol.
So you agree to have no kid?
Yes, I do. I don't care.
But how about your mom? She called me every single day. Is it okay to tell her that we didn't want a kid?
Tell her. What I do care. No, but in all seriousness, I kinda forgot about that. I think kid is not the worst thing in the world. All of this is a real pain in the neck, but I guess at the end of the day I still want one.
The problem is about your health, so if you don't want a kid, explain it to your mom. Or if you do want, then go to the hospital and get tested.
Okay, I will go to the doctor next time I am off.
Really? Great. Do you want me to make an appointment for you, or will you handle it?
Yeah, I pretty much have to go, you're rentless. I could bear after honey or something, lol. I can see it already. If I don't go now, you're just going to end up harping on me forever. I can't handle that. I'll start dreading my day off instead of enjoying them.
How am I the bad guy in all of this? All I did was tell you my own opinion.
Oh right, you're just a victim. Saying you don't need kids, but then you bring up my mom. Don't play innocent, you're just trying to guilt trip me into going. If honesty and sincerity don't work, just manipulate them, right? You can end the game. I said I'll go, so just drop it already.
You don't have to make it sound like I'm twisting your arm. I'm giving you a choice, even though your mom didn't give me the same courtesy. After a few weeks,
I got tested because you and my mom won't stop writing me about it.
isn't it you who wants them? You say it's to make your mom a grandmother, but I think you want a kid for yourself. That's why I said I'd even go as far as going for infertility treatment if need be. I'm doing everything in my power to make it happen. But now you're blaming me and your mom?
Yes, I had a happy, peaceful life before this whole baby thing. I can't focus on my work at this point. Why are women so obsessed with babies? I just took a test because I want to shut you and my mom up and reclaim some sliver of sanity in this relationship.
Fine, good, great. Let's end you here. After a week.
Hey Lucy, before I went to work I put some papers at the table. Let's read and give me a sign.
Oh, I have read it. I don't remember doing something that warranted a divorce.
I just figured there's no point in being with a woman who can't pregnant, that's all. A woman who can't have a kid is broken goods. There's no point in keeping junk around, do out you go, lol.
What? You're calling me rubbish now? Okay, what's going on? What are we even talking about here? You know the problem is not from my side.
I can guarantee there are no problems with me, lol.
You even haven't looked at the results the doctors send to you. How can you said that?
You want to know? Okay, here are big news. It's my girlfriend is pregnant, lol.
What? What do you mean? Your girlfriend?
You know, the trash is falling apart, lol. But seriously, do you need me to spell it out for you? Since you can't pregnant, my mom started to take matters into her own hands. She introduced me to some of her friend's daughter. She's a real cutie.
What's happening here? There is no way people can do something like that. Did you knock up some random girl and how you're trying to pin the blame on your mom or something?
No, she really introduced us. She wanted a grandchild more than I thought, lol. We've been dating for a month and I will marry her after divorce with you. And you can see, the whole problem is about you because I have a baby with another girl. Sign the papers and you'll get your cut. And in exchange, pack up your things and get out. We want to start our life together immediately.
You're serious, right?
There is no prank here. I'm being completely serious. I found someone who will finally give me a child, and you and I are through. You have 3 days to pack things and clear out.
I can't believe you can easily betray me like that. What a waste of my age. I can't believe your mom was in on it, too. I guess scum doesn't crawl too far from the bog.
It's very easy to understand. You can't pregnant although you lived with me 5 years. But see, another girl just need 1 month. You are the one who betrayed us. We both treated you well and gave you a good life, and all you have to do is have a baby and keep mom happy.
The only thing your mom saw in me was my young ovaries? You have got to be kidding.
After all, I was the talk of the office for a while. Everyone was jealous because I have just gotten a hot and young new wife.
How can you say those things to me? Don't you feel bad about any of this?
I would, but I'm too busy living in the real world.
I truly love you, you know. How do you think being told your husband just married you just because you're pretty? I can't believe you just proposed to me because of my age and your mom's obsession. And on top of everything, you cheat on me and get another girl pregnant?
Oh, cut of act. Don't act like some kind of saint. I know you just married me for my money. Quit blaming everyone else for your actions. Are you a child? Give me a break. I have told all thing I wanted you to know.
Why can I marry a man like you? At the end, I still didn't understand what you and your mom done with me. Okay, I will leave the house as soon as possible. After 5 years.
Hey, have we just passed by each other on the street? So who is the man walk with you? And the baby? Is he your husband or someone?
Yes, he's my husband and my daughter. We're family.
What? But you can't pregnant.
What you pretend to talk with me? Everything is over. I didn't want to talk with you anymore. I think that you got a bad result for your new wedding and so that you're finding me, right?
Yes, that girl married me just because of my money, and the baby is not my son. That the son of her old boyfriend. I saw him didn't look alike me, and then I take the ADN test. I am so disappointed when I received the result, and also I got tested. Because I drank too much, so I didn't have ability to have a baby.
That's the things I can imagine. But everything can't change now. I have a family and now I am so happy. I hope you can find the one who's really love you. Goodbye.
Good to hear you happy. Thank you. And I also want to say thank you to you because all you sacrificed for me.
Claudia. I forget to place some of my paper at home. Can you check them for me? I am about to meet my client now.
I'm sorry, but I'm a bit busy at the moment. I guess you'll have to wait a while. I'll take a look for it later.
You're busy right now?
I'm cooking lunch for you, Mother, Troy. So I don't really have the time to go looking for you.
You should at least be able to do a quick search in the room. It might just be on my desk or in one of the drawers. That should only take you a couple of minutes.
Are you for real? You're asking me to leave your mom alone while she's eating? What happens if she starts to choke on something? It's not just her legs and back that have become weak now.
What's wrong with you, Claudia? Are you trying to say that you're that busy? All you are is a housewife, so you can't be doing that many important things.
I can't be busy just because I'm a housewife. Also, don't call me a housewife.
What? I'm just stating the truth. Claudia, I wish I could have the easy life of a housewife. Saying that you're busy just because you make lunch for my mom is so ridiculous. Don't make me mad.
What are you saying? I also work part-time as well. So I've never had the feeling that my life is so easy.
Oh, you wanted an easy life, and that's the whole reason you became a housewife in the first place.
Why have you started to think that? I had to quit my past job due to the fact that your mom needed someone to stay home with her. I had always dreamed of a life where I could work the job I loved until I retired. But I had to give that all up for you and her. I'd much rather like to hear you being thankful for what I had to do.
Come on, Claudia. Don't act like the job you were doing in the past was that great. Becoming a housewife works perfectly for you.
Well, I've been trying my hardest with all of this work. If you have such a problem with how I do things, then maybe you use the vacuum every so often.
Why would I do that? That's a woman's job, right? You were the one that said you'd be okay with helping my mom.
I said that I do most of the helping while I can. But you haven't even tried to help either of us when you come home. You don't even bother to help drive your mom to the doctor for her checkups. And to be honest, when I took on this role, I never expected it to be forever.
What? Do you want to start a fight? It sounds to me like you're not satisfied with what I've given us.
Troy, you haven't done anything for us ever since I quit my job. After all, she is your own mom. She deserves to have you with her every so often. You have to feel some feelings of sadness for her condition, right?
No way, that's all a lot of needless work for me. She smells all the time now. And you want me to help her bathe and go to the bathroom? No, I don't want to do any of that.
Do you find it okay to say those things about your mom? She's the one that did all those things for you when you were a baby.
Well, it's not like I'm saying any of this to her face now. So she'll never need to know that I've said these things. I'm starting to get a little worked up now.
It doesn't matter if she hears you say things like that or not. Anyway, I'm getting a little tired of doing everything in this house. You have to understand that I have a limit when it comes to all of this work. I'd rather us just have your mom go to a retirement home or at least have a caretaker come see her.
What? Why do you think that?
You also understand how I feel, right? Your mom is even starting to struggle with dementia now. So it's really stressful for me to help her. I don't even get to sleep some nights when things get bad.
Having to get someone to care for her will be a waste of money. You have all this free time, Claudia.
I'm saying that I'm tired of doing this all on my own. If I keep all of this work up, I'm going to start having serious problems.
But you're not quite there yet? So until you start to seriously have some health issues, you can keep it on. Once you have really gone downhill, we can think about getting a nurse or something.
Why would you say something so mean to your wife? I'm at my limits. I can't take it anymore. Please get her moved into a retirement home or something.
Again? All you're saying is driving me insane.
But I seriously can't do it anymore. You have to do something.
I told you that we don't need to pay for her to stay there. How many times do I have to tell you that before you understand?
Please, I'll even be the one to pay for her to go somewhere. I still have some money saved from back when I was single.
I told you! No!
But why? You don't have to spend a penny. I'm the one to pay for that.
Do you think I want my mom to be cared by some strangers?
You don't have the right to say that when you don't even bother helping with her. All you do is try and pawn her off on me so that you don't have to think about her.
Family should be the one to care for their parents. Putting her into a home would go against all of that.
But at least allow me to have a nurse come here to help. It doesn't even have to be every day, but maybe just on some weekdays for a few hours. And if you find that that's still not going to work for you, then you come and do something for once. I would like to make some time for myself.
Huh? Why would I do that?
If I keep all of this up, I'm going to lose my mind. You don't want that to happen, right? I'll become hysterical and then you'll really have to suffer. You did say that when I reach my limit and start to go downhill, we do something about her, right?
Well, I don't want to have two useless people in my house.
I'm just asking for a little outside help, so please, Troy. This isn't all just for the sake of me and your mom, but you as well. This will make life for all of us a whole lot better.
I guess I have no other options.
God. Thanks for finally understanding. I'll get on finding someone to come to us.
But listen, Claudia. Having to ask me to get someone we know nothing about really shows that you are useless to me.
All I did was exactly as you asked of me. But your mom's legs and back only got worse, and her dementia has started to progress as well. Taking care of her in this state was never going to work well.
Huh. You just want to keep making yourself look like the victim, right?
I'm not! I'm just telling you the facts.
You really are such an annoying little brat. Were you the same way back when you worked a full-time job? Maybe that's why you chose to quit it. You probably caused all sorts of problems for your old coworkers.
Do you even know a thing about what's going on here? I've always said that I love to work.
Stop making me laugh. You threw that away to become a housewife for me and to care for my mother.
If I told you that I wanted to continue to work back then, would you have stepped in to help around the house? You wouldn't, right? I knew that you wouldn't, so that's why I gave up on my dream. At that time, I believed that our family was way more important than work.
I'm really getting fed up with all this attitude from you. You chose to leave your jobs to start trying to push that blame onto me. I'm not the one that forced you to do any of that. And you sit there going on and on about how I'm the cause of all your pain.
You just told me that it's the family's job to care for your mom. Then why am I the only one that's made to do that job? She is your mom!
No matter what household, it's always the wife's job to care for the sick. You think you're allowed to just skip that process? You're not even working a full-time job anymore. So keep making yourself useful and do your job as a housewife.
Why can't you just agree with me?
I said that we could get someone to come help, didn't I? I had to because you couldn't stop whining. I think you should be thankful for my choice.
Do you even care about me anymore? Do you think of me as your wife or as your tool? If I'm a tool, then just go get a new one.
You don't have a job and you don't make any money for us. So this is the only remaining way that you can help me, and you won't stop complaining about it. I am the one that allows you to eat and sleep under a roof. So you'd better watch that tongue of yours before you say something you'll really regret. Claudia. Where you at? Text me right back now.
Troy, what's wrong?
I need you to come over to my parents' house.
Why?
I want you help clean that house.
Do you come with me?
No, how could you ask such a silly question?
You just said help clean. But it turns out I have to clean all by myself.
Do not beat around the bush.
Your mom is living with us, so there's no reason for me to be over there cleaning.
I still want to have this house in good shape. It hasn't been kept in a while and it's a huge waste of money. I've come up with an idea.
What's that?
I think we could remodel the house, then make it for rent. I can see that as a passive income on a monthly basis. Renting out places to the younger generation is becoming pretty popular these days.
Yeah, I know. But that place would require a lot more to remodel well enough for someone to actually want to live there. The flooring has gotten really bad and rotten. There are all sorts of pests living in the walls of that place too. Your mom complained about all of that stuff before, right?
But if we can rent it out, we'd be making back, and then we'd be able to afford a lot more things.
Hold on. Do you really think there are people that want to move out into the mountains to live? We already know that in the winter, things get really bad. You can't even find a way out through the snow. In the summer, it gets so humid with all the lakes nearby. Having a house in such an awful area won't allow us to have the rent that high. And we'd have to bite off more than we can chew in repairing it.
And I'm saying if we make it really fancy, everyone will want to live there. There's also a lot of people from the city that want to start moving out to the countryside. I've made up my mind. So stop deciding on things without asking me first.
But we're married, and do you know that I have some knowledge in dealing with the housing market? That's sort of the reason why I went and studied it in school.
I don't need any advice from you. And before we start to remodel this place, I need you to go there and clean it all up. So get it done well right now. I don't have the time to do that.
Your mom's health is not good these days, you know that. There's no way I can leave her to go out now.
When the home care agent come this week, you can go, right?
I really have to go during my time off. I use these time to let off some steams.
I know. All you do during your time off is messing around or to sleep. I'd rather you not waste all that precious time and put it towards something useful.
But I feel I use a lot of my time for more than enough useful tasks.
Not at all. You're not even working a job right now, so at least show me that you can use some of that time off to clean an old house up.
Why do you always have to talk down to me?
Who do you think you are? I don't want to waste time listening to you. Mouth off and listen to me. I'm number one. Your position is shutting up and listening to everything I ask.
I believe I did more than you. If you think that you even come close to putting in as much work as you say you do, then I must be a god compared to you.
What the heck are you saying? You don't even make a wage.
So why do you think I asked over and over again to have people come here to care for your mom?
Wait, what?
I wanted to make even more time for myself to make some money. You told me that because I wasn't making as much as you, I don't have any rights. So, I started working a lot more so that you should listen to me.
Do you really think that I believe you got a job that quick? And if you did, we don't have the home care agent here often enough for you to make as much as me.
Well, because I've never had time to go out anymore, I quit my part-time job.
Oh, you've quit that job?
Now I'm making money from home in our house.
How?
Just buying and selling stocks by using the money from my old savings account. I'm also working on some web design stuff that I've picked up on. At this point, I'm sure I'm making more than you. I don't remember you ever knowing a thing about the economy and how stocks work. I used to work for the credit union. I of course learned about all kinds of sources of money and how businesses were able to use stocks. I also studied even more about the housing market so that I could buy and manage properties in the future.
Just with these incomes, do you really think you can make more than me? I can't believe that.
Well, if you don't, I can show you my account balance. There's at least $500,000. And if my mind serves me right, you only earn $60,000 a year. You see. Don't you think it'd be more effective for me to work full-time and for you to be a house husband? I'm making more than enough for the two of us to be working right now.
What? What are you talking about?
I'm telling you to quit your job and I'm the one making the money in this house.
I don't have a reason to quit my job right now. And who's the one that has to care for my mom right now?
It's been decided today that it'll be you. It'll be fine as long as you quit that low-level job. But if you'd like, you can continue to work and I'll just give up on all this work and hand this money off to my friends.
You can't do that.
Stop acting like an idiot, then hurry up and show me that you're making more than me. I'll give you less than a year to do that.
I can't do that in less than a year.
Really? I am able to do it and I'm just a stupid housewife? Are you saying you can't even do what a housewife can? That must mean that you're less useful than I am.
You're asking me to do it in a hurry and I just can't do that.
Well, if you can't handle what I asked of you, then I want a divorce. And if divorce isn't going to work for you, then become my stay-at-home husband.
What?
Will you choose?
I don't want to quit my job. I don't want to be without a job.
Then it's going to be divorce. What? What do you want to say? Are you about to criticize me?
No, Claudia. I didn't mean that. I mean, I'm sorry.
Wow, you just apologized to me? That's incredible. That's the first time since we got married. Wow, you made me surprised.
Yeah, I'm sorry for what I did. You now can go to work and we can hire a full-time agent to take care of my mom. Now that you can earn that much, our life will be more easier.
Huh? I don't know that your attitude can change that fast. Unbelievable. You really let me work full-time job.
Of course, that's a lot of money. I never imagine I can earn that much.
I thought you don't want strangers taking care of your mom.
I mean, we can hire top-tier service. They are professional, so I don't have to worry about them anymore.
Well, you did have the plan to use my money?
That sounds cool, right?
Haha, playing with you is quite intriguing.
What do you mean play?
You think that I still want to be in that marriage? No, never. That toxic marriage nearly ruined my life. I lost my job, I wasted my time. Luckily, I can get away now.
What? Are you being serious?
In fact, there aren't any options here. I have made my mind. I want to divorce. That's it.
Wait, Claudia. What about my mom? How can I take care of her alone?
Well, it's not my job, so I don't care about it. You should figure it out by yourself. You always brag about your money, right? I think it's fine you two can live on well with that amount. I am not going to file for divorce that soon, but it's all right now. The sooner the better. My lawyer is calling you in a couple of days, so wet out your phone, okay?
Are you doing that for real, Claudia?
Well, you can wait to check if it's real. Bye now. Don't even try to contact me. I'm not answering you call, Troy. After that, I finally get divorced with Troy. That sounds amazing to me. According to the judge, Troy had to pay me the alimony, but then I refused to take that. Well, I don't want to have anything connection with these two people. I heard that Troy was struggling with going to work and taking care of his mom at the time. He never had the chance to experience these things. It's interesting to hear that. I'm free now. I have to the money and do whatever I want.